Your collection of books is remarkable.
Thank you.
Do you know why I'm here?
I do. And if I must fight anyone, I am honored it is someone like yourself.
You know, it's unfortunate that we had to meet under these circumstances. We probably could have been friends given the chance. But we both know what is on the line. Forgive me, but I have to take this victory by any means necessary.
I don't plan to let my story end here so easily, so I will also do what must be done. But may I request we take this somewhere more fitting?
Very well. Lead the way.
Amazon Music, incluido con Prime.
Mes de pruebas abiertas de línea directa. Te bajamos hasta un 25% el precio de tus seguros de coche y hogar.
You're going to need more than that to gain the advantage, Rosalina.
As you wish.
Gotcha. Dragon Spirit!
It seems in your haste to cut down my children, you lost your aim.
I never have just one aim. My turn. Ah! Ah! Feeble better!
Got it! We are stronger together! Let's go! Here we go!
I hate to break it to you, Rosalina, but I knew all of your strategies the moment I saw you. There's nothing you can do that I haven't planned for.
If you know all of my tricks, how about some things I learned from my friends? I am sorry it came to this. You fought well, but we have you surrounded. Surrender is your only option.
I didn't want to have to do this, but your friends make me stronger too. I'm sorry.
Wait, no, stop! Enough!
to tip the scales. Counter! Mura! Yeah! Checkmate.
Alright, back to my editing room, finish my hot chocolate, let's do this one. According to my community poll, most of you were expecting Rosalina to take this easily. So let's break this one down and see what happened. The biggest struggle of this debate is knowing what to make of Rosalina. Almost all of her best stats come from incredibly ambiguous feats that could go either way depending on your interpretation of incredibly ambiguous scenes. The end of Mario Galaxy is a prime example of this. Depending on how you see this feat, you could either get a Rosalina who doesn't do much of anything here at all, or a Rosalina who would withstand the impact of a collapsing universe and reset the universe at a moment's notice. I already described what I think is the least problematic way to describe this feat, but I also want to make the argument that the verdict of this fight didn't really depend much on Rosalina's stats at all. To be perfectly clear, according to our best research running numbers and searching the lore for guidance in interpreting these feats, Robin still had the advantage in basically every stat across the board, and if Green was brought into the equation, it's only more of a landslide. In spite of this though, Robin's biggest advantage here wasn't his stats, it was his strategic ability to make perfect use of his arsenal and skills. In the games, Fire Emblem characters never actually forget their huge list of skills, instead they just choose what to focus on at any given battle. But even if we were to just limit him to 5 skills like in the game, even if we were to limit his ability of items in the game, doing something like this would still make him a formidable contender against Rosalina. Let's break this down. The skill lethality, as I mentioned, has been proved to be more than just skill or expertise, since it can work even with non-physical magic like the life-draining Nosferatu, and it can work against enemies that Robin otherwise can't damage at all. It's not so much stabbing a weak point as it is them activating some kind of force that simply kills their opponent. As I said earlier, Miracle works in a similar way, bypassing damage and sustaining health at 1 hit point, even withstanding attacks that don't really work with damage at all, like lethality. In combination, these skills are so strong that building a winning strategy around them would be no issue for a tactician as skilled as Robin. The Prayer Crest item would guarantee that Robin survives at least 3 deadly attacks, and after those are out with his maximum stats, Miracle still has a 55% chance of activating with each additional attack. When he survives, Counter would be able to turn this damage back on whoever hit him. If any of the Lumas happen to die to Robin's counter, which they likely would as seeing their max strength explosion at the end of the game killed them as well, their death would be able to heal Robin back up with Life Taker, which would mean multiple attacks would be unable to pierce Robin's Miracle ability. The Brave weapons you see would guarantee Robin at least 2 hits every time he attacks, which by themselves would be a 22% chance of activating lethality and instantly winning. So already in just 1 turn, Robin is turning back any attack he takes on the Lumas, killing them instantly and healing back up regardless of speed just by standing there. And then once he does get the opportunity to attack, on the low end, he wins the fight 20% of the time with each attack. Even if we want to say that Rosalina's shield wouldn't be affected by lethality, so it would still block the attacks, Robin has attacks like Nosferatu, which form on the opponents themselves, hitting inside of the barrier. But even if Rosalina somehow got past all of this, Robin taking lethal damage would likely bring Grima into play, who, just by standing there, would drop the defenses of Rosalina and her Lumas to 0. He'd likely still have access to all the same skills as before, only this time, Grima's special skill, Rightful God, would increase all of those percentages I just mentioned by 30%. Rosalina would somehow need to find a way to kill Grima without physically hitting him. Otherwise, Counter would kill her instantly with her reduced durability. Now, it's always possible that Rosalina could just throw Robin into space before he turns into Grima to finish him off, but with Robin's cards, he could call a warrior from the past to teleport him back to the fight. Or if worse comes to worse, Grima could take over, who can teleport. All of this is stacked on the fact that Robin is an expert strategist who knows everything his opponent can do just by looking at them, and he'd likely rush in with an optimal strategy and arsenal. Rosalina is powerful for sure, but she isn't even close to the same level of tactical experience Robin's operating at. All of those arguments I made before were assuming we gave Rosalina far more generous stats than we actually gave her. But if we use the level of those feats that we thought made the most sense, Robin still has all of those same options before, but this time he can rush in at over 50 times her speed and finish her off in a single hit. At the end of the day, Robin was just too much for Rosalina to handle, with or without the evil dragon buried deep inside his soul. Robin is the winner and will be moving on to the next round of the Smash Bracket. Next time on the Smash Bracket.
Today I will go soaring through the sky. My enemies, I'll dish them up and stir fry. Gracious goddess of light, watches from up above. At dinner time, I always show the cup of love.